Now, the card on the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles or the Eight of Coins. This is about producing your craft, whatever it is that you're good at. You guys have been hard at work and you've been producing something of value, clearly. This is a wonderful card of getting stuff done, taking care of your physical plane being, your material business that we all have to do is just part of our earth walk, right? Now, jumping in, we have here the Emperor card up here. And this is a desire for mastery in your world. And also the belief that you can get something accomplished. This is the belief that you can get something accomplished. The Emperor represents the best of each of the four kings of the four suits. That would be the earth, air, water, and fire suits. Excuse me. So this is somebody who experiences passion, but doesn't get burned. This is somebody who is in touch with his emotions, but also knows when to be logical, but yet he's logical without being cold. And he's also material without being, he's good with money, but he's not miserly, stingy, and he's not superficial either, and all about chasing the Ferrari or whatever. So this is somebody who's really well balanced, well grounded, very stable. And this is kind of the person that you've been wanting to become. And you've been harnessing your craft, banging out your pentagrams over here to try to accomplish that. It's a lofty goal, but it's accomplishable. And one thing that we're seeing here with this Ace of Cups energy is that you're believing that you can harness this Emperor energy. And this Ace of Cups is about developing the self-love necessary to be able to become the Emperor. Now, for some of you, the Emperor might actually be another person, especially if you're single. It could be that you've got your eye on a person who's an Aries, possibly, not necessarily. The Emperor can be a female person, doesn't have to be a male only, but typically they've got they're in keeping with the traditional male role as the breadwinner type. And so for some of you, it could be that you're falling in love or beginning to fall in love with this Emperor. For others of you, it's that your self-love is this, you finally have this, you finally are coming from this place of understanding that you can become the Emperor. And even if you're dating or interested in dating an emperor is going to relate very well with another emperor or with an empress. Again, it's less important about the sex of the individual, but the fact that they balance each other out in that. So there's definitely some kind of self-care, self-love, taking care of business that's going on. Now, this Hierophant really ties the two elements together. The Hierophant, possible Taurus, is someone who is successful in the material world, but also embodies spiritual values as well. So if you think about a marriage is both a physical construct in that we go to the government and we apply for a marriage license kind of thing. But if you're married in a church, you understand that it's a spiritual union. It's two people becoming one in the sacrament of marriage, depending on your viewpoint and so forth. Some people think of it more of like a legal contract, and it's both at the same time for many people. That's just an example of what this Hierophant can be. How I'm feeling it is that even as you're coming from this Emperor energy, there's also a great deal of spirituality and self-respect and infusion of spiritual love and blessing, very heart chakra, unification in here. And this looks like a dove delivering a communion wafer to me. If you've ever seen a communion wafer in, say, a Catholic church or a Christian denomination. Now, possible that for some of you, this beginning of new love could be about entering into a marriage. But if you're single, if you have not been dating anyone serious for a time, it's kind of speaking to me about a self-worth level. Now, there still may be a kind of a miserly tendency about yourself, your money, or your time. And this could be because, even as you're hoping to embody some more of that Emperor energy, you may not yet. And we see as hard at work as you are, you're also trying to get yourself strict within a budget. But be sure that you're budgeting for things that do bring joy to you. You want to fulfill your spiritual needs as well. Going to the theater, going to plays and concerts. Don't overextend your budget, but there is still a balance that may be able to be found down in that. Whatever, depending on your budget, of course. Some people have stricter budgets than others. But living within your means would be a way to balance out this energy if you do find yourself becoming too, you're holding onto the coin too tightly. This doesn't have to just be about money. It can be about anything physical to you. For example, your physical body. So if you are being too stingy with your time, maybe your friends are missing you and you need to reach out to them and bring them into your life a little bit better. Again, finding a balance that works for you and understanding that there will be demands on your time. Finding that balance in that place. Now at the centerpiece, we have victory here. And this is a laurel wreath and crown as well. This is a person riding home from victory in celebration and success. Something has gone very, very well for you. Most likely because of this ability here. Then again, it could be because you're getting serious with somebody, possibly the emperor there, and that you've become engaged recently to the Hierophant, and that may have been a goal that you've had. So there's this type of energy as well. And if it is that you're gearing up for a wedding, again, staying within your budget and understanding you don't have to keep up with anybody when it comes to your wedding plans. It can be as simple or as complicated as you want, but be careful not to go into too much in debt for a wedding ceremony. Now, excuse me. I'm drinking lemon water because I get so dehydrated this time of year. The King of Wands could possibly be yourself, could be somebody else, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but this is a fire sign energy. This is somebody who is doing quite well in balancing that energy, being able to manifest the things that you feel passionate about. And isn't that what we see in this labor card here? You're passionately delivering on something that you really enjoy. So these different pieces here, then again, that could be this situation, for you. This could be the person that you're about to marry, you become engaged to, whatever. And you're envisioning the two of you as creating an empire of your own, in a sense. So, excuse me. If you are I don't want to say male, female, and get into all of that. But we see here that the basis of this questioning right here, we see your Ace of Cups, which is the beginning of new love, and we see the King of Wands, which could be the Leo energy. The Queen of Cups would be the Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio female, and these would be two people in loving energy with one another. Now, there may be some practical difficulties there too, because sometimes water can put out fire, and sometimes fire can bring water to a boil. So you do kind of want to balance those energies out. But as long as you're filling your own cup first, you're going to have more to give to somebody else, and take the time to be patient and to really get clarification in your communication with this other person. All in all, very nice. We see here the Hermit card. Now, some of you may have been spending a good deal of time by yourself. This Hermit could possibly be a Virgo, because it corresponds with Virgo in the horoscope here. But the Hermit is about going within to find answers, to find truth, to find the things that you want. To really connect with who you are. And this ties in beautifully with the Ace of Cups energy, because there's a sense of self-respect when you're living truly, when you're living an authentic life. This is very much about being yourself and understanding that you're going to light your own way. You don't wait for somebody else to do that for you. But this star is kind of following your own star in your own direction. It's about navigating. How do we navigate through the coldness of winter, through isolation and all the rest of that? Well, we light our own fire. And that's what this card speaks about. There's a lot of wisdom that the Hermit can bring to bear. And in this wisdom, finding one's own way. The King of Swords here is about truth. Knowing what to cut out and what to leave into the mix. This is a possible Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius person, King of Swords. Doesn't have to be male, same as the other cards. It's whatever sex. It's more about the energy of the people, more so than anything. But in this, this has to do with being truthful about things. Um, how do I want to put this? For some of you, this could be an energy that you're embodying that has to do with being painfully truthful in a situation to be able to light your own way, cut something out that's not benefiting you. And for others of you, there could be some kind of a competition between you and an air sign for this Queen of Cups person. So it does speak to you as being the person who's victorious here over that, but it may take some time and it may fray somewhat on your nerves. If you are in this kind of third party situation sort of energy, being true to yourself, being who you are, coming from a place of self-love and honor, decency, respectability will speak so many volumes, because that's what this Queen of Cups is going to want. The Queen of Cups energy is very loving, but very authentic. She's not going to want to be with somebody who's being fake or just trying to win something. This Queen of Cups is somebody who wants to be with somebody in a real way, wants a genuine connection. Queen of Cups is somebody who's operating from the heart chakra. And we saw that a great deal with you as well over here with the King of Wands, but also you rising victorious from battle. Let's not forget that kings used to ride into battle many times in the olden days that are depicted on these cards, for example. So this is you being that victorious person and so on, but you're not going to want to get there through being cold and abusive or abrasive. You're going to get there through being a loving person of honor. And it may take some time for you to look at the situation, possibly even to withdraw from it a little bit. And I don't mean cold shoulder somebody, but to give this Queen of Cups space to determine what is in his or her own best interests and to move on accordingly. Because you've still got some work that you're doing. You're still trying to figure out how do you do in your life and to walk in your life in a way that is compatible with your spiritual self and also your need for material well-being. And you have plenty to occupy yourself in the meanwhile. Walk the walk that you talk with this Queen of Cups person, and it will come out victorious for you in the end. These three cups here are, as you strive to become the emperor, you will find victory. You will be able to become victorious over this situation. Draw in the Queen of Cups person. But again, she's not going to want somebody that's going to be into cold dealings or fly-by-night fancies and all the rest of that. She wants somebody authentic and genuine. And she's going to see it for what it is. So if someone's kind of using deceptive means and so on with her, she's not going to move fast. I really don't feel like she's a quick mover in that. She's too smart for that. And she knows that people are huge deceivers in other levels. So this live by your code. Let's put it that way. Live by your code. Now, you may hear me shuffling the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards that I'm working with today. The other deck was the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. It's this deck here. And we'll see if we can't get another card. Spirit will help us find a card to sort of get through this. See what kinds of words of advice. Surrendering to the journey. This is the one on the cover of the box. What a beautiful card, huh? So let me pull this up. Surrendering to the journey. Release control. It's time to let go. All is well. The Creator is at your side. You don't have to do it alone. Your life is guided. This is not the time to try to control the details of your life. Let it flow. There are times to hold on, but this is the time to completely surrender. Surrender to the greater forces of the universe. Let go of wanting to control your future. Simply turn your challenges over to your spiritual source. The Creator will escort you on the journey. The sacred traveler wants you to know surrendering is not giving up. You're not yielding to a force outside yourself. You're opening to your soul. By releasing hold, you allow the creative forces of the universe to spiral through you, which brings inspiration and direction in your life. Sometimes the journey goes a different way than expected. When it does, don't resist. There are times when you can see the path, but you don't know where it leads. Now I lost my place. Way to go. Where it leads. Where was that? Ah, Leo, I am so sorry. Here we go. There are times when you can see the path, but you don't know where it leads. Not knowing where you're going can activate inspiration, insight, and creative juices. You cannot discover new oceans and distant vistas unless you have the courage to let go of the shore. You don't have to do it all yourself. Support is all around you. Simply open your heart and allow it in. What beautiful words. What beautiful words. Trust in the process. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Know that you will have the guidance. That's what the star is about. It's about being guided. Divine guidance. That what is for you will not pass you by.